The views expressed and the opinions given by the individual host and their guests do not necessarily reflect those of Para X, its affiliates, or its sponsors.
Oh, hell no!
Whatever.
The following program contains opinions expressed by the Dead Zone. If you find this broadcast offensive, lighten up, candy ass.
What?
Oh my gosh.
It's a radio show.
Hell yeah! That's what I'm talking about.
Power up request received. Initiating systems. Powering up transmitters. Welcome to the Dead Zone.
Wait a minute.
Dead Zone, March 20th. Greg Yost, our good old friend from a long time ago. I haven't seen this guy in 3 years. I think the last time was at Hound in Indy. You're going to enjoy the show. Bigfoot researcher. His nickname is the Squatchman. Check it out. Come on. Also tonight, we're going to have Michelle with the paranormal news. But we're going to kick off tonight with, I think might be kind of appropriate for Greg, Pentagram's Southern Superstition. Check it out.
I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
I saw your face in the spirit glass, framed by the black flames of your past. I see the torture in your eyes. I'll put a spell upon you tonight. Come on. You've got that juju, it's all over you. I'll fix his creepy mojo hand. Recitation, the incantation. Light this candle, take my hand. Come on. It's in the blood of everyone, so come on. It's in the blood of everyone, so come on.
Hello, this is Christopher St. Booth, and you're listening to The Dead Zone.
Ervaring.
Are you in a band or know of a band that is currently unsigned and looking for airplay for free? We want to hear from you. One of the main goals of the show is to help promote up-and-coming bands and artists as well as our paranormal community. Getting your name out there can be tough, especially these days. Shoot us an email, deadzonebooking@gmail.com. If your music fits our genre, hard rock, 80s, 90s metal, and new metal, we want to help.
Millions of people are affected by the Para-X bug.
I realize that it is something that will stay with me for the rest of my life and long into the afterlife as well.
If you have the Para-X bug, there is hope. With a nightly visit to the Parax website and intensive past life regression therapy, I can control it.
Even with the Para-X bug, I can still lead an active life of radio show hosting, paranormal investigating, evidence checking, attending conferences, book writing, keeping up with the latest technology, and still keep my 40-hour-a-week day job.
If you think that you have the Para-X bug or know someone who might, visit para-x.com. And remember, you are not alone.
I am not alone.
I
am not alone.
The Para-X bug may cause the urge to chase shadow people, visit exotic haunted locations, adopt a pugwudgie, or spend all of your time trying to figure out the laws and principles of paranormal investigation. Listening to Para-X may increase these effects.
Sudden visions of full-body apparitions, or feeling the covers being pulled off you in the middle of the night by unseen hands, may also be signs of exposure to the Para-X bug.
The use of Para-X may be habit-forming, and an overwhelming desire to provoke spirits may be a serious side effect. If these symptoms last more than 4 hours, you should quickly consult a trusted witch and have her cast a "What the hell are you thinking?" spell on you. If symptoms persist, please contact the Parax Radio Network Homeland Security Team for further instructions.
The Para-X bug may cause urges for late-night speaking with spirits and ghosts. Listening to Para-X may increase these effects. Overwhelming desire to try provoking a spirit may be a serious side effect. Those with Para-X bug effects lasting more than 4 hours should consult Para-X or see a professional. Sudden outbursts at the mention of orbs may be a sign of exposure to the Para-X bug. Use of Para-X may be habit-forming. Use caution when engaging in Para-X chat.
Your source for everything paranormal. Para-X.
Paranormal news.
Hey guys, it's Michelle with Paranormal News and Events. I was checking out phantomsandmonsters.com and found this story here. Can a rake humanoid attach its energy to someone? A Canadian woman only witnessed a pale humanoid when in the presence of her Swedish ex-boyfriend. Since then, the same entity has again manifested around the ex-boyfriend and his new girlfriend. I recently came across the following account. In 2012, my then boyfriend lived in Sweden. I lived in Canada. He came to visit me, and during one of the evenings, I woke up to something strange perched at the foot of the bed. It was a pale, thin, humanoid figure. It was completely hairless, and the legs seemed to be bowed in some way. It seemed to walk on all fours despite looking human. I couldn't see much of its face since it was looking away from me. It looked a lot like the creature from the fictional story, The Rake. When I gasped, it hopped off the bed and into the darkness. My partner heard me and woke to ask me what was wrong. I didn't tell him as to not alarm him while trying to rest. In 2014, he was visiting me once more, and we were once again in bed sleeping. I woke up to hear my boyfriend screaming like I've never heard before. I immediately turned on the light and shook him to try to snap him out of it, but he just screamed, and then he cried. About 30 or so minutes, he finally was calm enough to explain what had happened. Apparently, he woke up to a pale humanoid figure with a gaping mouth and black sunken eyes basically on top of him. As he screamed, the figure slowly backed itself into the closet hole, staring at him, crawling on all fours. I felt sick. I had never told him about what I saw a few years prior. There's no way he could have known and described what I saw perfectly like that. Now it's shown up again. My ex messaged me today, we're still friends, and he told me his now girlfriend has seen the pale man. They were asleep, and apparently she woke up to see this thing stalking around the room, and it noticed her frozen in fear, so it crawled up next to her. My ex woke up and tried to console her. She described what she saw. It apparently was a perfect, exact match to the thing we both saw. I only ever told him what I saw after his experience, and she has never heard of either of our experiences. Is this just a mass coincidence of hallucinating while waking up? Is it a demon or some sort of haunting? I'm really freaked out. Signed, S.H. So anybody out there ever had any experiences with a creature like this, what they call the rake? My son and a friend of his thought that they saw it out in the woods where we live one day a few years back. And it freaked them both out for quite a while. It's still something that he talks about. I've never personally experienced anything like that. But if you have, send me your story at michelle.deadzone@gmail.com.
There's a darkness in the hallway. Voices that seem to come from nowhere. Alone at night, there is a feeling that something or someone is near. Where can you go? Who can you turn to? Para-X Radio and the all-new Para-X Vision can help. Our knowledgeable host and expert guest can help you find some answers and take a glimpse into the unknown. Para-X Radio and Para-X Vision, programming for the open mind.
This is Rick McCullum of the Hollywood Ghost Hunters, and you're listening to The Dead Zone.
Dead Zone, WDZRDB, worldwide.
Now, the next story that I found was on Coast to Coast AM. Thai paranormal show canceled following controversial ghost hunt. And again, I'm going to say this, I say this all the time. There are words, cities, names in a lot of these stories that I just cannot pronounce very well. So I apologize in advance for any mispronunciations. A popular paranormal television program in Thailand has been canceled following a controversial ghost hunt in which one of the investigators dishonored a national heroine. The strange incident reportedly occurred when the team from Chong Song Phi, which translates to the real ghosts, were visiting a temple that serves as a shrine and final resting place for Lady Mo, a weird figure who, legend has it, saved the city's residents from a forced evacuation by invading forces in the 19th century. During the televised hunt, a purported psychic medium claimed to be in communication with Lady Mo's husband and asserted that the spirit told her that his adopted daughter named Bunlua had actually been his mistress. Oddly enough, the episode originally aired back in February, and the alleged revelation from the other side apparently did not cause much of a stir. However, for reasons unexplained, word of the ghost hunt began spreading on social media in Thailand over the last few weeks. The simmering discontent over the episode reaching a full boil this week when several officials in Thailand decried the actions of Chong Song Phi's ghost hunters. The show is disrespecting Lady Mo and destroying her and Lady Bunlua's virtue, declared the head of a group dedicated to preserving the heroine's memory. Meanwhile, the individual who oversees the temple dedicated to the heroine demanded that the ghost hunters apologize for their actions. The outrage was also echoed by a local government official who also lambasted the program. They should research the historical facts before going on air like this. Wichian Shantarantai said, "They cannot claim something by contacting ghosts. It's not science." He went on to suggest that the city in which the temple is located may even pursue some kind of legal action against the ghost hunters, as well as the television network behind Chongsong Fi. It would seem that the strong messages of condemnation were received loud and clear as the broadcaster promptly announced that they have decided to cancel the program. So hear that, ghost hunters? Be careful who is actually coming through and giving you messages, and be careful who you tell those messages to. I guess that's what I'm getting out of this. We can't speak our mind at all. Anyway, thanks for listening. I really appreciate it. I hope everyone is doing well, staying safe, and keeping their head up through everything. Thanks again. Have a great week. Bye.
If all radio stations in town were palm trees, we'd be the one with the biggest coconuts.
Here are the one, the only
Dead Zone.
Okay, let's give Greg a call. Hello?
Hello?
Greg?
Yeah, hello?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? We have an 8-second delay in the audio here.
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Well, hey, everyone. Greg Yost, Squatchman, right? How's it going, man? It's been like 3 years since I've seen you.
Yeah, I remember, when me and you met up there at Indianapolis.
Right. At
the
Horrorhound.
Yeah, the Facts or Fiction.
Right.
Yeah, I went to your booth, man. Yeah, you look like a really cool dude, man.
Right.
I'm glad you invited me on your show, Lee.
Right. It's been a long time, man. It's about time. You know, what's been going on, man? I mean, with all the pandemic and all this crap that, you know, that we've went through, how's that been working out for you as far as being able to get out and do what you want to do and meet other people and obviously pursue your career hunting or looking for Bigfoot?
Yeah, as far as, the big camp house and stuff like that, I haven't, during the last couple of years, I've had a couple camp outs, but not as a lot of people.
Right.
And I have been going out a lot myself, or maybe one or two people. But, just to keep things safe, man, I'm getting up in the years and,
me too.
I didn't want to catch that. I didn't catch it.
Right.
So it worked out good. And, I had a big camp out last weekend. About 15 people came, man. We had a great, great time, man. Good action. I found a real nice footprint.
Oh, really?
So, I think, I call them the Force people. I call them the Force people, and I think they really missed me. It's back to normal now, and I'm ready to hit it hot and heavy again.
Get it again, yeah, right. So the forest people, you're meaning the footprints that you found. You call them the forest people? Is that what you're implying?
Talking about what some people call Bigfoot or Sasquatch, whatever they want to call them.
Right.
Yeah, I believe that they're just like us, godly people, just like humans. I mean, they're just like us. They're just a lot bigger and a lot more hairier.
Right.
But I mean, they got 2 arms, 2 legs. They got a body. They got a head, and they're not a big monkey where a lot of people think they're, a big. Undiscovered ape man or ape or something like that.
Right.
If it was something like that, they would have been discovered way neons ago.
Right. They're
I mean, something that big can't hide from all the technology and everything.
Right. Plus
the Force people.
Plus
they can elude man. They have been doing it for decades, and they will continue to.
Right.
But they will open themselves up to people like me who go out there with no cameras, no guns, no bad intentions. Yeah, I know they're out there, and they know I'm there to interact with them.
Right.
And they usually give me what I want.
Right.
And I'm at the point now where I bring a group of people with me. I can ask them to do stuff, and they will actually do it for me.
Right.
Not all the time, but most of the time.
Now, but first of all, for those of you that don't know, Greg,
I'll give you a quick example.
First of all, for those of you that don't know, Greg lives here in Indiana. I mean, this is where you're talking about, right?
Yeah, Lee. I don't know what part you're from. I know you're up
Clay City.
Up north of Indy, I think you told me.
Oh no, we're in Clay City.
I'm all the way down here in Jeffersonville.
Right, you're closer to Kentucky.
Okay, yeah, I'm all the way down to Jeffersonville, right on the Ohio River.
Right.
I mean, if you went any south, or you'd be in Louisville, Kentucky.
Right, that makes sense.
Across the river.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and I got a forest here.
Right.
In this forest I go to, this is where everything happens. I always go to the same place.
Right.
I've been doing it for 15 years, going up to the same place. And I call it the force that never disappoints.
Right. Okay. So you were going. You were
just
saying,
like most people. Before I got into this.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. This delay is horrible. But go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No problem. No, what I was saying. Back when I got into this back in 2002, when I had my first encounter here in Indiana. I would never think, a Bigfoot or a Sasquatch would be here in Indiana.
Right.
I thought all that stuff was out in the, the great Northwest.
Right.
I would never think that they were here in Indiana. And then that night it happened. It woke me up. And not only do I know they're in Indiana, there's a bunch of them here in Indiana.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, a lot of them are right under people's noses, and they don't have a clue.
Right.
Because they don't believe in them.
Right.
They always try to, blame it on something else, or the noises, what they do or whatever.
Right.
They just don't want to believe that this thing's real.
Right. We're actually.
But they live in Indiana, and if you got a good patch of woods around, chances are that they're in them woods.
Right. Now we still are technically, but we were part of the tri-state Bigfoot, right? And they would send us leads every now and again, and we have had a few that were in like up around the Rockville area, and one even just north of Terre Haute too. But they're around. For sure.
Oh, yeah, they're around. That's what I try to tell people. There just ain't one or two of them here in Indiana. There's a whole bunch of them.
Right.
And not only Indiana, but they're everywhere.
Right.
Yeah, there's been sightings all over the whole country. Except, a couple states like, Hawaii and...
Right.
I think one of them western desert states.
Right.
Like New Mexico or something.
And they have their own.
I mean, you got to have the dense forest.
Yeah.
A lot of trees. A lot of water. You got to have a good environment and habitat for them.
Right.
They don't want to live out in the desert.
Right.
There's no trees.
Yeah.
And so, they got to have trees. I mean, it's all about the trees to them.
Yeah, the Arizona or New Mexico. I mean, they have their own things, chupacabra, that and others. But But you earlier, before I opened my mouth and interrupted you. I'm sorry. You said I can give you an example, or here is an example. So what was that going to be?
Well, I know you gotta. I mean, as your show, you're a paranormal guy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know you're into researching ghosts and spirits and the whatnot. Well, I made friends with Ernie and Denise Pack, Pac-Man
Right. Right.
Yeah, you know them, and we become really good friends. And I take them out, and they got a lot of other paranormal friends. Yeah, I like to call them ghost hunters. I don't think they like that, but
yeah,
you know what I mean. You
Yeah.
know, people that go out, you know, with all that equipment and everything, and
Yeah, that's not necessary, but yeah. Yeah, okay.
So last Memorial Day weekend, you know, not this past one, but the year before, I was going out to Washington. You know, my son's grandfather and my father-in-law, he owns a ranch up there in the mountains, 30 miles from Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little town called Sasquatch. And we were going to go up there and open a Bigfoot bed and breakfast and everything.
Yeah.
And we went out there, and it didn't work out. We were out there about 3 months, so we packed up and came back. The forest fires came in.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing but a big disaster.
That's unfortunate.
So before I went, before I went out there, Ernie and the niece and the niece's daughter, Cor, was with us. And we was out in my forest, and I told them I was going to Washington, and I would really like for y'all to do something big.
Mm-hmm.
I said, yeah, I mean, wake this forest up. I mean, to come alive for me.
Right.
Y'all may never see me again.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, almost immediately when I said this, 7 trees got knocked over.
Oh, really?
Or pushed over. You could hear them cracking and breaking.
Right.
It sounded like bombs going off, just one after another.
Right. All
right. We're just sitting there, man, all looking at each other, more or less freaking out.
Yeah.
I'm just shocked. I see a lot of stuff, man, but I didn't believe they were going to do all this for us. It all becomes quiet.
Right.
And the niece, she goes walking up the road, and she goes, hey, here's one tree they pushed over. And it was an Indiana red oak.
Oh.
About 2.5 feet in diameter.
Oh, that's hard.
And it was pushed out.
Hardwood.
Yeah, by the root ball. They pushed it completely over the road there. And it was caught up in another tree, another Indiana oak on the other side of the road.
Right.
And it was going up, in a diagonal angle.
Right.
Yeah, about 6 to 10 feet up, then higher and higher. And it ended up about 20 feet up in this branch. That's the only thing that was stopping it from going over the road.
Right.
So, we're parked about 75 feet away from where this happened. There's a little picnic area there, a little pull-off enough for one car, and that's one of the spots I go to. I get a lot of action there.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never seen nothing like this.
Right.
I mean, we were seeing eye glow and stuff like that before this happened.
Oh, you saw eye shine too.
So I knew they were around, but to do something like this, yeah.
Now, why
we're all standing there behind Ernie's van. Oh, yeah, it's not over yet. We're standing behind Ernie's van.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, that tree that the one is sitting in,
yeah.
Well, we look up there and it starts shaking. I mean, it's going like this. Violently shaking from left to right. And, I'm pointing up there. I'm like, look, Ernie, look.
Right.
And we see a big black blob up there. It's shaking the hell out of this tree.
Right.
Then all of a sudden it breaks. It sounded like thunder going off. Right in front of us.
Right.
And there goes the tree that we just seen going like this. And it went down. So we seen the big black object jump down. He was about 20 feet up in that tree.
Right.
And he jumped down. You could hear the thump. And then he took off running.
Huh.
So we all walked up there. And sure enough, he pushed that tree down that was holding the other one. So he knocked down 2 of them,
Yeah.
you know, by knocking the other one down. I mean, very smart individual.
Right.
Very big, very strong to do this.
So he did that. When he did that, did that not?
Like, well, what do you think we ought to do?
Did that not block your path when he did that to drive out? If the tree went down.
Well, he blocked the road.
Yeah.
It was a one-way road.
Right.
Through the forest, so we had to go out through a one-way road when it was late at night. But I just think he did it up there because he knew we were going to see him.
Right.
You know, because you know, if you ever been out in a dark forest.
Oh yeah.
You know, if you got the cutaway there from the road, you know, you always got better visibility.
Right.
You know, with all the trees being gone, right. You know, than other being in the forest where you look up and you can't even see the sky.
Right. Yeah.
But you know, you got that little clearing. Yeah, and there was a thunderstorm, you know, that just went through the area, but it was done past where we were at.
Right.
And it was just drizzling a little bit. You know, but
right. So
you know, the kind of lightning, man. You know, the end of a thunderstorm and light up, and it lights the whole sky up.
Yeah.
Well, it was doing that, and so we was getting a good visual of what was going on.
Right.
And there's only one thing that could have did this, and I'm telling Ernie, I go, I can't believe this. And he's like, well, man, he goes, Greg, he goes, you asked for it.
Yeah.
He goes, you got exactly what you asked for.
You did.
You said you wanted it big and loud, and it doesn't get any bigger or louder.
Right.
So, since then, yeah, he's brought a bunch of his friends up, yeah, a lot of paranormal ghost people up, and all of them's had great experiences.
Right.
2 women he brought up. I got a gifting stump where I camp at, and it's about 70 feet from the camp where the campfire's at, and they were back there, and one come crashing up out of the woods at them.
Wow.
I mean, right there, next to him. Yeah, and one tripped over, fell down. You know, they thought that they was gonna buy the farm. He was standing right there. His eyes were glowing.
Okay.
They got up and got back to camp, and they were laughing about it.
Okay.
Yeah, because I tell people, hey, expect the unexpected when you come up here.
All right.
You don't know what's going to happen.
Right. There's 2 things I want to bring up. You said, in your opinion, pardon me, they're not primates or anything like that, right? But you did mention that you see eye shine. Now, humans.
Yeah, I can't believe that they're primates or apes or nothing.
But you said you did see eye shine.
I mean, a lot
people
of people
don't have
say
that.
humans are primates.
What I'm saying is, though, you saw eye shine, and people.
But yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, but like there's some kind of never before. You know, some type of ape, man, creature. Yeah, I just can't see that with all the things they can do.
Right, but there has to be some kind.
I think they.
Well, I would think now.
I think they can do a lot more than just a flesh and blood creature can do.
Yeah, I would think by the sheer fact that you say you see eye shine, it has to be some type of hybrid. You know, a cross between. You know, see, you're getting back into the fact where they're like a throwback from us, or you know, a different fork in the tree where we come from. But I mean, people don't have eye shine, and they right. Animals do. That helps them see at night. So maybe there's some kind of DNA thing in effect there that helps them to see at night. I don't know. I'm just guessing. I don't know.
Hey, well, actually, yeah, I mean, I have done a lot of research with the eye glow and stuff, and you know, a lot of eye shine, you know, will come from a reflection of a light. Like, you know, I give an example of a cat's eyes.
Yeah.
You know how they glow.
Yeah.
You know, and a deer's like that.
Right.
You know, a raccoon. A lot of animals are like that.
Right.
But far as normal, common forest creatures. There's not one out there that does what the forest people do.
Right.
And I'm a firm believer. I got a great picture of I Shine.
Oh.
As a matter of fact, I'll send it to you tomorrow. So
Do it.
You
Yes,
can,
do it,
get
please.
it on here.
Yeah, we'll post
along with a couple pictures I got of Bigfoot himself.
All right. Yeah. So you do have photos.
I'll send you all this stuff.
You do
awesome.
You do have photos.
But anyway, I have seen. Yes, I got a photo of a juvenile. He's about 3.5 feet tall.
Right.
Very muscular.
Right.
And I got a friend, man, that works over in the Louisville Police Department, and he's a forensic photographer expert.
Right.
He does all their film work, evidence and everything.
Right.
And back when I got this, he didn't want to do it. I mean, he's always doing murders.
Right.
So many murders nowadays. He's so busy, but he had time and he did it. And he run it through a 5 filtering thing.
Right.
And he goes, look, I don't believe in Bigfoot.
But what the hell is this, right?
But here's your picture. And he goes, I don't know what this is. If you think it's Bigfoot, I ain't gonna argue with you. He goes, I'd had to see one, but he goes, if you want your evidence that it's real, here it is. So I'll send you this picture, and it's very compelling.
Awesome.
And also send you a picture of a dog man I got.
Oh, yeah.
Which is very compelling.
I was going to ask about that as well.
I run into a lot of things out in the woods.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that as well, because I know for a fact that there, well, not for a fact, but I know that there's the legend of the, is it the Lugaroo or the Rougarou? It's in up around Evansville. Anyway, I mean, that's not too far from your location, and, I was going to ask if you've heard about anything like that.
I've heard a little bit about it, man, but really not enough to speculate on it.
Right.
Yeah, I did a lot of research on the Goat Man, and I believe he's real too.
Right, and that Goat Man's here too.
There's a lot of cryptids out. There's a lot of cryptids. And to your listeners, what I mean by cryptids is anything that's it hasn't been verified by man, hasn't been verified by science.
Right.
Yeah, it could be a number of things.
Right.
Bigfoot, the Loch Ness Monster.
Right. Yeah.
The Chupacabra, that dog creature out west in the desert.
Yeah, Chupacabra, yeah.
The Mothman.
Right.
The Jersey Devil, all these different cryptids. There's no hardcore evidence to pinpoint that these things are real.
Speaking of
but when you start getting evidence like I get, pictures of Bigfoot.
Right. I can't wait to see those, by the way. I cannot wait to see those. Speaking of the Jersey Devil, I know there are a lot of people that might agree with me. I think it was well, first of all, it was a legend that just kept growing and kept growing. But I think someone back in the day brought over a horse-faced bat and it got away. And that the look of that thing is almost exactly what everyone describes.
Yeah, like a horse face.
Yeah, a horse-faced bat. Yep, it's really cool. Have you not seen one?
Yeah, well, wasn't it supposed to, well, doesn't it have wings too?
Yeah.
It's supposed to fly also?
Yeah, I mean, it's a real creature. It's an actual bat, but it's not from the United States. So someone at some point, like everyone buys exotic animals and brings them over here, must have had one at one point, and it either they let it go or it got away. Because it's kind of big, man. I mean, it's got like a 3-4 foot wingspan. They can grow to be kind of big.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to run into it, whatever it is.
it's just a bat. That's all
it's like the Mothman.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, just a bad. I don't think it's gonna hurt anybody.
No, but it looks when you see one.
I've never heard of any reports of
if
anybody
you
getting hurt.
Yeah, if you Google a horse-faced bat and see that picture, and then compare that to the description of the Jersey Devil, I mean it's kind of easy to make the connection between the two.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I've seen shows about it and everything.
Right.
Yeah, it's just one of them things, man. It's up to the individual to, to believe it or not believe it.
Mm-hmm.
That's simple.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Bigfoot.
Right.
A lot of people don't believe Bigfoot's real.
Right.
I do. I've seen them. I've seen a lot of them.
Right.
I know Bigfoot's real.
Right.
And
you're down.
A lot of people, look down on people like me.
No.
Like normal. I call them box people.
Yeah.
They don't think stuff like that can really. It says on the TV, that's not real. You idiot. They just don't understand.
Well, a lot of TV shows.
You know what I mean?
A lot of TV shows and all this horse crap has really hurt what we do. They give unrealistic.
I know.
Unrealistic
expectations. Yeah, there's a lot of dumb TV shows on.
Yeah. Now, again, though, you're almost in Kentucky, so I mean, you know the difference between.
Yeah. It's all about money.
But you know the difference. You're almost in Kentucky, but you know the difference. Being a woodsman, if you see a black bear 300 yards away, you know it's a bear, right? So you do know the difference.
Oh yeah, exactly.
You're right.
And there's no black bears in southern Indiana.
Well, they're coming. Yeah, that's what I've been told anyway.
Yeah, that's what DNR says.
Yeah.
I've never seen one.
Right. I've seen every now and again.
Trust me.
Every now and again, I've seen.
Forest people don't look anything like a black bear.
Oh no, that's what I mean. Yeah, you know what they look like.
They got very long legs.
Right. So there couldn't be any misidentification at all.
Yeah, I mean a bear's got short legs.
Right. I mean even
short arms.
But even if they stood up,
like
even they stood up on their hind legs, which they do occasionally to walk. It's completely different. The gait's completely different.
Right, yeah, it's completely different.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can tell the difference. Yeah, it's way different a walk.
Right.
Yeah, and they look a lot different.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, some of these horse people can get 12 to 15 feet tall.
Yeah, that'd be scary.
I mean, true forest giants.
That would be really, really scary.
You're not going to see a bear that big.
Oh, no. Well,
I don't
not
care
here.
where you go.
Not even in Alaska. No, not a Kodiak even. That was still.
Yeah, here in Indiana, yeah.
No, there's nothing here. No. Well, hey, Greg, we're going to run out of time, man.
Yeah, I mean, we might have a bear swim across the river from Kentucky.
Yeah, but it's a bear.
Oh, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but it's a bear, though. You know the difference. Anyone...
Yeah, it's a bear, yeah.
Right. But we're going to run out of time, man. I appreciate you coming on, and I hope you will come back again because we got a lot more to talk about, okay? And, dude, maybe...
Hey, anytime you want me on, Lee, just let me know, buddy.
Okay, maybe...
Yeah, it's been nice.
Now, do you guys, when you do these trips, do you go on tents, or you do RVs, or just, just drive in one night and drive out?
No, we camp all weekend.
All weekend, okay.
A lot of people have campers, and some of us use tents.
Yeah.
So some people sleep in their vehicles.
Right.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and you're not that far away from it.
Everybody sees I glow every time we go camping.
Well, maybe.
Everybody sees it.
Maybe, I'm not going to say for sure, but maybe if it's just me and my kid, maybe we'll come down and join you guys. Would that be cool?
Hey, that wouldn't be a problem at all.
All right, that would be fun.
Yeah, I got a good bunch of friends, man. You'd like them.
Okay, I'd love to do it, man. I would love.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a problem at all.
I would love the opportunity. But okay, Greg Yost, Squatchman, guys.
Hey, when the next camp out,
Go ahead.
the next camp out, I'll let you know.
Okay, please do. And I'm going to guarantee that we can because, we kind of...
Yeah, the next camp out, I'll let you know.
Okay. Thank you very much, Greg, and we will have you back on soon, okay, buddy?
Okay, Lee. Hey, it's been a good talking to you, buddy. Have a good night, man.
Good talking to you, man. Good night.
Peace. Okay, buddy. Bye-bye, buddy.
Minste ervaring.
Are you in a band or know of a band that is currently unsigned and looking for airplay for free? We want to hear from you. One of the main goals of the show is to help promote up-and-coming bands and artists as well as our paranormal community. Getting your name out there can be tough, especially these days. Shoot us an email, deadzonebooking@gmail.com. If your music fits our genre, hard rock, 80s, 90s metal, and new metal, we want to help.
If you've enjoyed this episode, share it with your friends.
This is the Dead Zone Paranormal Radio Show.
Thanks for listening.